Most people believe the restaurant business is all about cooking good food and selling as much as possible. But what if I told you the real money is not made from the food itself? What if the difference between struggling and succeeding comes down to strategy, not effort? Let me show you how. Sarah, a young woman in Los Angeles, decided she wanted to open a noodle shop. When her father heard about it, he strongly disagreed. He looked around at the environment and said, "Look at the streets. Businesses are struggling everywhere. Shops are closing, and many owners are trying to give up their spaces. This is not the time to open one." But she was determined. She believed in her idea and refused to back down. Seeing that she would not change her mind, her father sighed and said, "If you are going to do this, then let me show you a smarter way. You can open a shop without risking your own money and still make it profitable." She was surprised and asked, "How is that even possible?" Instead of explaining immediately, her father took her to a noodle shop that was already struggling. He spoke to the owner and asked if he was planning to transfer the business. The owner said yes and mentioned a price. Her father reacted with surprise and said, "Only that amount? A place like this should be worth more." Then he made an unusual offer. Sarah's father continued, "I will pay more than your asking price, but here is my condition. I will give you a small deposit first and run the shop for 1 month. If the business improves, I will complete the full payment. If it does not, you keep the deposit." For the owner, it sounded like a win either way, so he agreed. Her father then turned to her and said, "This shop is now your opportunity. Follow these 3 instructions carefully and you will see results." The first move was simple, but powerful. He told her to create a challenge, a bold and attention-grabbing offer that people could not ignore. Anyone who finishes a bowl of noodles within 1 minute gets it for free, plus a reward. If they fail, they simply pay for the meal. This immediately sparked curiosity. People came not just to eat, but to experience something exciting. The shop was no longer just a place to buy food. It became a place for interaction and fun. The second move focused on retention. Her father told her to customize the experience in a subtle way. Different bowls would carry different messages at the bottom. Some encouraged customers to upgrade their order. Others offered small rewards for future visits. The key idea was simple: give customers a reason to come back again and again. When people feel like they are getting extra value, they return more often without hesitation. And the more they return, the more they spend over time. Quick pause. If you found this valuable, like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. This could be the push they need to level up their money mindset. The third move was about engagement. He suggested adding a small reward system for every visit. Customers could receive random bonuses, small additions to their meal, or discounts on future orders. This created excitement. People did not just come for food anymore, they came for the experience. And that kept the shop active and busy. Within a short time, everything changed. The shop that was once struggling started attracting steady traffic. Customers kept coming back. Revenue improved quickly. By the end of the month, the results were clear. The business had generated strong profit. Sarah completed the agreement with the original owner and still had money left as working capital. Shocked by the outcome, she asked her father, "How are you able to think like this?" He smiled and replied, "Making money is not always about working harder. It is about understanding how things work. If your system is designed correctly, profit becomes a natural result." And that is the real lesson. Most people focus only on effort. They believe working longer hours will solve everything. But in reality, the biggest advantage comes from thinking differently, from understanding people, behavior, and systems. Because in the end, wealth is not just created by what you do. It is created by how you think. If you found this valuable, subscribe to Law of Wealth and keep learning how money really works. Because once you understand the strategy behind money, you stop chasing it. And you start attracting it. Building wealth is not luck. It is a skill and a strategy. And like any skill, the more you learn, the better you get. Subscribe now and let us keep sharpening it together.